I actually top ticked the market. This is the trade that I showed on Twitter yesterday. I actually literally top ticked the market. I took one blowout scalp because this candle was everything for me, and I just had like a little momentum move there. You can miss a moment. The worst thing you can do is chase a moment that you missed. Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. Looking to learn futures. What benefit does futures have over Forex? The same price is everywhere. The price of the NQ futures are always the same because it's on a regulated exchange called the CME. So when you're trading the NQ futures versus the NAS 100, or is it, what is it called? Is it NAS 100? Yeah, NAS 100. You're gonna get the exact same price as everybody else. So there's no spreads that you're gonna get like in Forex, and you're not dealing with brokers who are gonna close your position at whatever price they pick. So, yes, Ribs, what's your opinion on taking a break after a big win versus taking a break after a losing bad streak, bad trade? Any experience you can lend? Have you taken a break after a big green week or just red? I used to take breaks after I looked at my data and I started realizing like when I had a huge, big boom day, boom sounds like I'm losing, but no, like a big winning day, a big green day. I had boom and bust cycle going on for my first couple years of trading. So like, let's just use whole numbers, make 100K in a day. And then the next day, maybe lose 110, or the next 2 days, lose 100K, whatever the case. So to avoid that boom and bust after kind of succumbing to realizing that I needed to read my data, well, then I stopped doing that and I took breaks. But I mean, I haven't had what I would consider like a monster trade or anything in my futures account this year. Biggest day I think was 60K, 70K, something like that. I don't remember. It's in my, whatever it is. But I haven't had like a $500,000 day in futures. If I did have a $500,000 day, I definitely feel more comfortable to not trade the next day, but I'm not like, well, I made 500K now, so let's go to party town. That's not how I think about things, you know? I don't trade like that. I don't do that anymore. I don't really get, you know, it's just money. It's whatever. I just clock my hours in, put in my time. Like right now, I'm very satisfied. I have 13K in profit today. So, hey, if I trade, I trade. If I don't, I don't. I don't sit here and look like, oh man, market's moving. I gotta, like, if I trade, I trade. If I don't, I don't. Hi, I'm new here. May I know what's your strategy? And are you in any trade right now? Thank you. I'm not in any trade. My style is momentum, market structure. AMT 69 is probably the core subset of my strategy. But yeah, momentum, market structure, auction theory, order flow. Rips, what comes to mind when you see that much liquidity on 6,600 to 6,610? That was what, the lower liquidity they parked there after that bounce? Talking about, here, I'll show it on screen here. This is probably what you're talking about, is this liquidity down here. I mean, they put it up after that bounce. I mean, they could bring it back down to here, right? They could be bringing the price back down to here and they could pull all those orders, but you know, I mean, that to me says, hey, we're going to support the bid down here, so everybody should be buying it. That's what we did. So you could use that as a buy signal if you wanted, and you know, the prophecy would have fulfilled itself, that everybody looks at it and they say, wow, that's a whole chunk of orders down there. I believe that they're going to hold that there, so let's all go long, you know? Could be one fund signaling to an X, you know? Actually, Ribs, I take it back, man. I need to work on being a little hot-headed, wanting to argue my points the wrong way. I should have said, I wish the best for company traders. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I understand that. Like, dude, it's trading, man. Like, you get emotional, whether you're in a trade or out of a trade. It's hard to stay level-headed and even-keeled. You know, if I pull out of a trade, and I'll often be like, once the trade is off, that's usually when I feel a rush of emotions going over me, you know? And that's when I, like, will probably read chat and, like, rip people or, like, you know... We're humans, man. We're not robots. I think the best traders in the world would be psychopaths, killers, crazy people. Because if they could be remaining completely stoic and emotionless throughout their trading career, they'd probably kill it. I'm a human. I always feel emotions to some degree. Some are more exacerbated than others, I guess. Natty says, I made 2.4K on the 9 p.m. China news last night. What was the 9 p.m. China? Did you talk about the shipping stuff? Trying not to beat myself up. I could have printed another 5K. We could always make more money. Brother, put it this way. If I would have longed where I closed my trade, and we're going to talk about my trade in a moment here. If I would have longed where I had closed my trade and I had longed 100 contracts, I would be up right now over $200,000. Be up $240,000. Oh, more. Where is the market trading right now? I'd be up over $300,000. I'd be up over $300,000 if I went max contracts long, you know? So whatever. Like, dude, there's always money in the banana stand. There's always gonna be money in the banana stand. Same thing goes here. I'll go ahead and show my trades here. So I'm currently up $13,010. Whee! Happy about that. But here, let's look at the trade. I actually top ticked the market. This is the trade that I showed on on Twitter yesterday. I actually literally top ticked the market. I took one blowout scalp because this candle was everything for me, and I just had like a little momentum move there. So I top ticked the market there. If I would have went short there, I would have made $1 bazillion. Realistically, if I top tick that, or if I flip short 100 contracts, or I make over $1 million on that flush overnight, but that's not how I trade, obviously. And then this was my beautiful pitch and catch trade this morning, which netted me. So I made $2,400 on the trade, the sniper trade, and then I made another, whatever it is, $10,000 or $11,000 on this pitch and catch. But yes, I could have caught more. That's not what I was targeting though. I was targeting the bottom end of this range right here. What are we gonna have here at the bottom of the hour? Some Canadian data or something? But yeah, let's say I go just balls to the walls long here. I'm up, $300,000, but I don't take that trade. Who cares? Life goes on. But that was the trades that I took in my AMP account. This is the one trade we took during regular trading hours yesterday. Well, but yeah, there you go. Up 13,000, puts the balance at 693,000. So what does that put us at? 710, 693, 1.4 million on the year. Sweet. Rips, what time do you start trading in the morning? I wake up at 2. If there's opportunities, if I've written the morning memo, then I'll be looking at the market. And if I wake up and I see that the market is moving extraordinarily, obviously while I'm writing the memo, I'm kind of keeping one eye open on the markets. The thing that sucks is that I was watching for this kind of break of structure down here, and we got this beautiful, this huge snap. I was not at my desk when this happened. I wanted to take this snap here, and it was like coming down, and then I left my office, and then by the time I came back, this happened, and I was like, okay, there's gonna be a pitch and catch. I waited for the big bounce, and then nailed that big bounce, and obviously covered the previous low that we had made. Obviously, I could have targeted, I covered like right around there, so I was targeting that low. I didn't think we were gonna flush anymore. It's a safe trade, right? It's a safe trade. If you're up $10,000 in a pitch and catch trade early in the morning, I'm gonna take it at the safest spot to cover, which is over yonder right here. Months ago, I told you my horror story of losing $580,000 I built in 2 years. You told me to let it go and stop chasing that dragon. To be honest, it's what I need to hear, and I want to thank you for that. It changed me a lot for me. Nice, man. There you go. It's hard to let go of a loss that big, dude. My biggest single day loss was 7 figures, and it hurt. But yeah, my biggest loss was 7 figures in a single day. I curled up on the floor of my office, sobbing violently because it felt like somebody stabbed me. And there's just like, your brain goes to a place where it's like, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. I can just undo it. It's just a number on the screen. There's gotta be a way I can undo it. I just need to not trade today. And it's like that reality of like, you can't not trade today. You already traded, and you ruined, it's awful. It's awful. Yeah. How many days wiped out was that rip? What's funny about it too is like I was having like a decent green streak, but it wasn't like excessive. So like it probably cost me months, if anything. The bounce back was nice though. Like the bounce back was really, really good, but it wasn't like all in a single session. But the bounce back was strong. A couple 6-figure days and a couple more 6-figure days, and I felt confident. I don't think I had a 7-figure day after that for like months and months and months, maybe even like a year later. How do you overcome impatience? Trade long enough that you understand that the market's always gonna move and give you opportunities. Inside 2 minutes now. Nvidia is still rolling. Microsoft has bounced. Apple's holding. Google's holding. Tesla's dead in the water here, just holding sideways. So if we saw Microsoft start to hold underneath VWAP here, we could see this kind of roll. 66 quarters also is the level that needs to give out in the S&Ps. That previous 4-hour low is kind of a point of contention here in the NAS. You can still see it's very, very weird, poppy, and not confident yet. Selling into some bigger bids there below 600. Starting to roll. There's that 66.25 starting to give out. Watching if it retakes 66.25 at all. Still a tremendous amount of heaviness here. Watching for 66.25 on the S&Ps. Yeah, still a lot of players trying to get heavy short here. Watching around 66 quarters, or 66.25 evens rather. Looking for this to break below 60 now, 560 in the NAS. Targeting below 560 here. Watching for the flush through 560. That's going to be a tremendous flush if we pull through that. Watching again here. I want to see some sellers get aggressive through 60s. Right there. Taking that off into that flush. Beautiful. Puts us up 16,000 on the day there. So not the largest trade, but targeting that flush of 60s there. Get back to the book map. Targeting the previous low. So 696,000 in the balance. Anybody else catch that? Wow, we're still going here. Very strong flush into that. Drop a W in chat if you caught something similar, targeting that weakness below 66.25. Beautiful move. Microsoft decided to play ball here. We are seeing NVIDIA really rolling heavily here. Next target to the downside, looking at 500 evens if it can get there. I know there's a lot of resistance in the pre-market to get there, but we have a lot of order flow coming in now. We're gonna see if those orders are real betwixt 6610 and 6600 evens in the S&Ps. So still pushing up into thicker offers here. Remember all the talk that we're having too, not 2 weeks ago, for everybody who's been tuning in, where people were literally sitting here being like, bro, when's the market gonna be back to normal? When you've been trading long enough, you always, like, I don't even remember how long ago that was. Here we are now, and I'm making 18K in a single session. If you're just patient, the market will reward you, man. If the session sucks, okay, don't want it. Size down maybe. Get a little practice. Trade a micro. Do you know what I'm saying? Get your headspace in a right spot where you're like, market sucks right now? I don't care. No big deal. Patience and discipline, baby. We're up 100K now on our fake trade. A little bit of S&P weakness, but a push through 720 really cracks this puppy dogger open. Watching here at 720. There's your push above, but a rejection. Watching here into that push all the way gloriously through 725 now, potentially. Can it find the strength to really push through those orders? Watching here right at 725 now. All right. That's good enough for me. We'll take that. That's $20,000 on the day. That puts us over $700,000 in the balance. If you know, now you know. Just a little scalp on that pullback just to 700 and we touched it. So there we go. All right, now I'm officially done. Listen, when we're going back to that area of London, it's a significant area where we're gonna have a lot of orders. So targeting that makes sense. We're not trading large size. We're taking it slow. That's fine by me. So, anybody else catch something similar there? Yeah, PDL as well. Correct. So that's 5 trades on the day. There you go. Keeping it up. All right, for real, I'm locking it up now. That's it for me. That's it. $20,000 on the day. I'll take that. I'm very happy with that. Put us $700,000 to balance. By the way, our last look at this now. No, thank you. I don't want to touch it. That exchange at 725 was my exit. So I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I'm finished. That's it. This is unless you're like out of it now, is not the price that you want to be trading at. So let's see here. I know it. You locked in. The voice changed like a pilot in a dogfight. Love it. You're in the zone reading that order flow. That is awesome. I mean, listen, I do what I can with what the market gives me. The market is forever changing. You have to understand, as a trader, the moment in time exists between the snap of those two fingers. Sometimes you can miss a moment. The worst thing you can do is chase a moment that you missed. For instance, if I start chasing price up into the 720s there, what am I doing knowing that 725 is a point of interest? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm going for 25 points on a trade. I'm not going for maybe 5 and buying that high. You heard me say a pullback to 80s would have been lovely. We pulled back to 700s. There's a big difference between pulling back to 80s and 700s. More size at 80s, less size at 700s. Something manageable, targeting 725. That's it. Hey, Rips, quick question. What's your view on the RSI as a tool? I used to use RSI and MACD. I do not anymore. It's if you find value in it, like if you have RSI divergence, MACD divergence, maybe you have a strategy there that works, keep leaning into it. So it goes back to what we talk about often on this stream in regards to the trade that I take at 680 versus the trade that I take at 700. How many contracts do you trade per trade? Well, the trade that I'm taking at 680 is probably going to be 15 to 30 contracts. The trade I'm taking at 700 is going to be 5 or 10 contracts, right? I'm not looking for a big trade when we're trading it from 700 to a 25-point extension where we might not even get filled at the full 25 points, right? That makes sense? Okay, let's gamble. Fun day today. I love it. It was fun. It was a lot of fun today. So again, locking up 20,720. We did scalp a lot today, and I'm proud of that. It's a good day for me. Very happy with that.